We want to create this scene in restaurant playlist and render it. In this video, we are going to make another table and another chair for restaurant scene, and we will use class simulation for creating a tablecloth for tables. Hello, welcome to the Atelier Graphics channel. In this channel, we are going to teach you how to work with a series of softwares. If you like this video, press the subscribe button and press the bell to get a notification when we upload a video, and leave a comment if you have any questions. Now we are going to model a new kind of table for our scene, and this is the last one. And first of all, we make cube. Okay, we add a cube, GY, and one for this, SX, GX, and GZ for moving it down. And I think like we want to GY and GX. We want it to kind of size of this table, GY, and I think this is good. And we had to add a loop cut here to moving this part of the table, this part of the chair up, and with tab we go to the edit mode and Control R for adding a loop cut. Okay, we select here, we go to this face select mode with 3 and select here, and EZ for move it, for extrude it along the Z axis. Okay, this is good chair for that. We add a modifier, bevel modifier. We customize the modifier, end up adding segments. I think this is good, and we can Alt D for duplicate it, X for move it along the X axis, and RZ 180 degree, and it's okay. We can move this, GY, GX, and with a slash we go to the local view of these two and move this one. Okay, we can add between these a table, Shift A, cube 7, where's the cube? Okay, GY, GX, GX, and SX and SY. Okay, this is good. And from the side view we can move it down, and SZ. I think this is good. A little bit SC again, and in 7 numpad we go to the top view and add 2 loop cuts with Control R, and with SX we make them close together, and go to the face select mode with 3. We extrude this face along the Z axis, and S Shift Z for extruding it along the X, just SX for scale it from the Z axis along the Z axis, X axis, and we add another loop cut here, SX again, and I think this is good for the table. And we can add another bevel modifier if we want to add Same modifier in the chair for this table. We can select the table at first. After that, select the chair and Control L. We can move this modifier from the chair to the table. Control L and modifiers. You can see it's just like that. Okay, now we want to add a TableCloth for this table and this table, and add a cloth simulation for that. And so for that we had to go to this table and hit Shift S and cursor to select it. After that we had to add a plane GZ for our table close and scale it, and we can hit R and Z for rotating the object along the Z-axis, and type 45 on keyboard and hit left click or enter for rotating it along the 45 degrees around the Z-axis. So now we want to add a close simulation for this plane here, and for adding a simulation to the object we had to go to physics properties and add a close. Okay, you can see these options for the close simulation. We want to work with them in this video and make them customize the clothes we want to use for our scene. So we add the clothes simulation. Let's play that simulation with this button or a space bar on keyboard. You can see it kind of goes through this table and falls down. So we had to add a physics property for this table to kind of hold this plane. We go to this plane, we select this table, and in physics properties we choose collision. And if we play the animation with this button, you can see it hits the table and it's not changing, but we want to change the shape of this plane to be more look like a clothes and more look like a blanket or a towel. So because we have not enough faces here for making a kind of clothes shape, so we had to add some faces to the object for making a clothes simulation. So we go to edit mode in the object and right click and hit the subdivide, and we can add a number of cuts for our object here, and I think 40 is good enough, and we can here hit the play button. You can see it's good, but it's not good enough for our scene. So we can come here and you can see these settings, these options for our clothes simulation. We can change these by choosing the material you want to use at your clothes simulation. So you can choose cotton, you can choose all of these materials for your clothes, and you can add another material for your clothes, but you can customize it and add a new material. But these 5 materials are kind of default for the clothes simulation. I tested all of them. If you change them, you can see these numbers will change, and it simulates a different kind of material for our clothes. I have tested all of these, and rubber is better for our simulation. We choose the rubber, and here self collision, we hit this checkbox. It's too important for our shape, and we can now if we hit the play button, you can see the simulation is going on. But for making it a little smoother and looking better, we can come here and add some modifiers. And before that, you can see it's happening very slow, because you can see here 3 frames at second, it's not good. So we can, because it's calculating each frame in for our simulation, so we can bake this simulation with this button and kind of calculate all of these frames once and kind of save this simulation to memory, and you can run it very fast. So before that, we come to modifiers and add a solidify modifier for for close to looking more, have more thickness, and we can add a subdivision surface modifier and shade smooth for that. Now I come to physics properties, and I want to bake, kind of save the simulation, start from frame 1 to kind of 115, and I hit the bake button here. Okay, I paused the video and hit the bake because it's taking too long. You can do this and wait for it for simulation, and it's baked now and it's ready. So we hit play animation. You can see this cloth is working very good, and you can pause the animation or simulation in what frame you want to. Kind of you choose the frame, you had to choose the frame you want to your clothes look at scene. So I maybe choose this one. No, with the spacebar you can choose the frame you want and pause the simulation in that. Okay, I want this. Okay, I think this 92 frame is good for our scene, and now you had to apply the frame you want to. This object is like this for all of the scene, all of the frames, and all of the project. You want this plane be like this for all of the projects. So you had to apply this frame you want to your object look like. So you had to come to modifiers and apply the close modifier in whatever frame you want. But notice that if you apply this, you doesn't have access to another frames of your object. So we hit apply, and we can apply this too, but it's not necessary. And okay, this is our close simulation for our table. So now we can add another close simulation for this object here. So we can hide these two. these 4 chairs, and Shift S for moving cursor to selected object, and we can add the plane. S. We can go to the Z. We can hold the Z key on the keyboard, and that opens the pie menu, and we can choose the wireframe mode for our scene, and we can see everything in wireframe mode and just edges and vertices of our shapes. So we use GY, and we can scale it twice along the y-axis with SY2, and that's okay. I think this is good for our table. And now we had to add some faces for this plane, but you can see if we subdivide this, it's not making square faces, and this edge is not equal this edge by the size, and it's not good for our simulation. So we can add the first loop cut here, because we had use SY2 and we have scaled it along the y-axis twice. So with one loop cut, we can make this plane to 2 kind of squares are even. So we hit right click, and after that we can subdivide it. Yeah, I think everything is good. Okay, it's good, it's okay. Now we had to add in physics properties a collision modifier, a collision simulation for this, and close simulation for this. Oh, it's getting down. Oh, because we are in 92 frame. We get back, and we will make it material kind of rubber, and we turn on the self collision 115 like the last one, and after that we hit the bake. And you can add some quality here, but it's not necessary. It's related to your computer, and 2 is good, but you don't need to increase it, but you can test this in your free time. So I hit the bake, and I will pause the video. So okay, now we bake that, and we hit the play button here. Oh, sorry, we had to use some modifiers. I forgot to add them, and I will add them. It's not necessary, it's just like the last modifiers for display, solidify and subdivision surface. You can add it. First solidify modifier, and after that subdivision surface, and we can bake it again and choose the whatever frame you want, and hit the apply on close modifier. You can apply these 2. Okay, now we want to add some close for these tables. So at first we can select it and / on numpad for going to local view of this table, and with 7 on numpad, and we can go to the top view, and with Shift S and cursor to select it, we move the cursor here, and we will add a cube for our close, a little GX and S, GX and SY. Okay, I think this is good. 3 on numpad, wireframe mode, SZ for scaling it along the Z axis. Okay, I think this is good for our cloth simulation. So sorry, I don't forget to turn on the screencast. GY, or we can hold Z, go to solid view, GZ, and slash on numpad, and another slash for going to the local view of this. And we had to now add a cloth simulation for this. So we go to the edit mode, and we want to make a square faces here and here for our cube. So we press Ctrl R and use the scroll view, and this is a kind of squad face here, and we can do this for this one, and I think this is nice. And if we use subdivide, okay, this is good. Now we will go to the physics properties and add a class simulation, and we will come here, we will choose the rubber, and we will turn on the self collision and pressure, and we can choose 2, and we will see what happens. Oh, we can turn off the gravity from the property width, no, field width and gravity to 0, and we again start the simulation. Okay, this is not good. We can change these numbers here. We can quality and make the pressure 5 and a space bar. Okay, I think this is good. Kind of it's enough. Or we can add some distance to it and start over the simulation. I think it's a little too much, so we can see what happens if we make the simulation 0.5. You can change these numbers to get some good result for your simulation. This wasn't good, so we can get back to 1 here and see what happens. I think 1 is good, and this is good. We can Control 2 and shade smooth for this, and it's enough. We press slash and we select these 2 slash for going to local view, and we can hold SZ for Control Z. We apply the modifier at first and apply it again. SZ again, and GZ. Okay, it's good. And GX here, and we can use Shift D and RY 19 degrees, GX, GZ here. Okay, I think this is good, and it's not necessary to add details too much, so we can add this one here. We can use mirror modifier for these two, and let's see what happens. Okay, and one little modifier for here, mirror modifier. We can mirror this object with selecting. We can choose here. We want to select this object and mirror it by this object. Okay, the 3 on numpad, 1 on numpad for going to side view, and GX. Okay. We can parent these now to the tables. Control P, keep transform. In the next video of this playlist, we are going to model a glass of wine and the glass for our scene. If you like these videos and find it helpful for your modeling or using any software, you can press the subscribe button and press the bell to get a notification when we upload a video, and leave a comment if you have any questions.